Ujula Oruna Purava Pagi, Vijamani Gurama Mujari, no, that song. Dr. Thakur very attached with Mahaprabhu's Nadiya Leela. He liked that.
I think it's loud enough.
He liked all the Leelas of Mahaprabhu.
It's loud enough.
But his favorite bhajan with Mahaprabhu's Nadiya Leela. Now the fifth half Tarangam that he expressed, Yami Chai Gaura Chandri Lalite Mayapure Athai Chalovis Siyam Yetis Pure Jathai Chachara Kesh Hikhat Chabotani Iswattane Lila Panen Bhakta Ganashat. And Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this mundane world for the rescuing Jiva souls. But that is Jugavatar Mahaprabhu's Leela. Actually, Mahaprabhu learned different form of Radha Krishna. He took the bhav and kanti of Radharani and appeared in form of Mahaprabhu. And he tested the supreme servitor Srimati Radharani's service mood. But when he had done Nadiya Leela, there another form of Mahaprabhu we can see. That is Gupta Vrindavan Leela of Krishna. There also it is expressed. And Gupta Vrindavan Leela of Mahaprabhu manifested as Nadiya Leela. That Leela, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur very happily
worshipped and adored.
He loved that. Not only loved his bhajan like that.
Served that, worshipped that.
He started one question, not actually it is question, but some searching. Gaur Gadadhar, it is very hidden and deep conception, deepest Leela conception of Mahaprabhu. And few of the devotees, they are very much interested, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Baninath. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Godrumadham, they are manifested deity. This deity, Gaur Gadadhar.
And
there he composed one song. देखिते सीरा धामाधव रूपति करिबे आला जे गौर गदाधर औदार्य लीला they are manifested, Radha Krishna manifested there in Audarya Leela as Gaur Gadadhar. But in Vrindavan Leela they are formed as Radha Madhav. That is, Mahaprabhu took Gadadhar Pandit, while Krishna took Radharani's bhav and kanti. Audarya Leela, they are manifested, Radha Krishna manifested there in Audarya Leela as Gaur Gadadhar. But in Vrindavan Leela, they are formed as Radha Madhav. That is, Mahaprabhu, Krishna took Radharani's bhav and kanti. Then Radharani, like empty bhav house, shown her form as Gadadhar Pandit. Also Kanti, avatar, Das Gadadhar. But Das Gadadhar is always living with Nityananda Prabhu. And Radharani's main bhav living, that is Pandit Gadadhar, he is following Mahaprabhu. Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Karan Giri Maharaj, he started told one sloka. Guru Maharaj composed that sloka, and that is very nice sloka. There we can see the real activity of Gadadhar Pandit Goswami. Even he have no much activity. Only he is giving some nourishment to Mahaprabhu as well as Krishna. And when Krishna appeared in form of Mahaprabhu, Niram Dhodikate Sadasha Virohatye Panitam Manam. This sloka. When Krishna took the Bhav Kanti of Radharani, appeared in the form of Mahaprabhu for testing the ecstasy of mood of service of Radharani. That time Mahaprabhu heavily, like intoxicated, was mood of separation with Krishna and searching where is Krishna and trying to taste the Mahabhav of Radharani. That time Mahaprabhu, like a man with her mood of separation and always searching Krishna, where is Krishna? And there Gadadhar Pandit Goswami is giving as much as possible nourishment to reading Srimad Bhagavatam in front of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, when always mood of separation and showing his extreme separation from Krishna, that type of bhav, there in Jagannath Puri, Gadadhar Pandit Goswami given nourishment through reading the Bhagavatam in front of Mahaprabhu, like somebody giving some intoxication who is very wild like that, when is very deeply separated from some dear friend and cannot tolerate that time taking wine, etc. like that. Mahaprabhu also cannot tolerate deep separation from the Krishna, and like wine he is tasting Srimad Bhagavatam through Gadadhar Pandit Goswami. That is his nourishment to Mahaprabhu.
Jai Shri Gurudev. So this exactly is fitting in with what we were quoting yesterday, talking about yesterday, and of course everything exactly fits in. Guru Maharaj and Gurudev always giving us Mahaprabhu's Leela and the highest types of Leela. So if we sit to listen to everything, we'll be sitting here for 2 hours and 23 minutes for the audio that's posted on the MAT website today. And the quality may not be perfect, but the content is, the quality of the recording may not be perfect, but the content is perfect. And so it's not that we only will listen to something which is perfectly made on a $10,000 professional audio unit, and some of these are recorded with the cheapest kind of recording. But it is there. All right, so we should sing the Disappearance Day song for those in our Parampara, which is composed by Narottam Das Thakur, and then we have the Bhakti Vinod Viraha Dasakam, composed by Srila Guru Maharaj. And so we should give some attention there, and we can come back and listen for 2 hours and 23 minutes more of the audio. So the total is more than total is 2 hours and 36 minutes. What? Anyway. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Bhagavan Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai, Vishwareni Shri A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. So, dear devotees, we're going to read the Kirtan. E Bara Karuna, Jaya Nilo Premadana. And on page something in the yellow book, yellow Kirtan guide.
143.
143.
Oh, you can share with me.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, yes, Abhinava Sundarapur, please lead. Hare Krishna. 143 in the yellow songbook.
Jayanilo Premadana Saruna Praju
Jayanilo Premadhana Karuna Prachura
Hello Prabhu Kota
Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Chajatakura Kaha Mor Swarup Rupa Kaha
Dasa Raghunatha Patita Bhava
Dasa Raghunatha Patita Bhava
Mora Bhatta Juga Kabira
Amora Bhata Juga Kankaviraja
Eka Kale Kota Gela Gauranatara
Eka Kale Kota Gela Gauranatara
Pasane Kutibo Mata Anela Pasivo
Ashane Kutibo Mata Anale
Gauranga Gunera Nidhi Kota Gele Bhavo
Gauranga Gunera Nidhi Kota Gele
Se Saba Sangira Sange Ye Koilo Bila
Se Sava Sangira Sange Je Koilo Vila
Se Sangana Paya Kande Narutamada
Se Sangana Paya Kande
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
And the Varahadasakam is page number? You had it just before. 282. However,
In the living book.
hmm?
What is it in the living book?
You'll have to go to the index. It's easy to make the index.
Yes. What's the start?
Ha ha bhakti vinada thakura.
Ha ha.
And actually, we're expecting Krishna Kantu to lead this. Krishna, Pandit is here too. Pandit is here too. Someone who can catch the meter, and Abhinava Sundar Prabhu probably can too. I'm not sure who else can catch the meter.
It's like ha ha bhakti vinada thakura guru
Do you know this one, Ananga Manjari? No. Tirga dukha bharada shesh. Okay. Okay, well. So this is 10 verses. And we have homework today. We have 24 hours in the day. We've got 2.5 hours of talks by Gurudev. I think each one's by Gurudev, perhaps on the web today. And things to read that are on the web from Srila Guru Maharaj and from Srila Gurudev, and Guru Maharaj also, Guru Maharaj audio, Gurudev's audio, from Guru Maharaj things to read, from Gurudev things to read. And oh my goodness, where does it end? So lots of things. We can't put everything into an 1 hour something program. So we'll chant the Sanskrit, and then you can catch up with the meaning later in the day. While driving the car, you can read the translation. All right. So let us try slowly together to that tune which we often use for the Shad Goswami Ashtakam, and we'll chant it together, right? I think so. So slowly together. Ha ha bhakti vinodata kura guru dvavingshatiste sama dirgha dukha bharata shesha virahad dushti krita bhuriyam Jivanam bahujanma punya nivaha Krishto mahimandale Avirbhava kripam chakara cha bhavan Shri Gaura Shakti Swayam Dinoham chiradushkrite nahi bhava Padabja Dhuli Gana Sanananda Nidhim Pavana Shubharam Labdu Samarto Bhavam Kinto Raya Gunatavati Yashaha Karunya Shakti Saraya Shri Gaura Mahaprabhu Prakatitam Vishwam Samanvagrahi Hey Deva Stavane Tavakila Gunam Te Girishadayo Deva Vyata Manorata Kim Madhyadama kurmahe Ekano vibhudhai karam yadishaya Lamkara ityuchyata Shastre shvegana paraye yogascha bhogatmako jnana sunyagati japena tapasa yaitirjitang saivacha pranedam vikananuraga bhajane dushta pacharo jarada buddhim buddhimatam vivedanitara dasya bhavam preshita vishvesmin kiranay jatahi matara sanjivayano shadi nakshatrani charanjayan nijasudham vistarayan rajate sajasvani chatoshayan bodhaganam sammodayan sechata nunang bodhitale subodhaya iti lado bahu sasata lokanam icchatang yama bhagavato bhakti pracharasvaya Rantanang rachanai satang abhimatare nana vidhai dasita akshayai krita purvang eva kilata ramanujaryai sudha premam bodhidivya bhavato mahanya simanata kalodama chaiva nigame brahmeti sangyayate yasyam shasya kalaiva dukkha nitarai yogeshvarai mrigyate Vaikunte paramukta bringa charano narayano yasvaya tasyam shri bhagavan svayam rasababu Krishno avantara savachinjamaye parattarapure Goloka Vrindavane Shilila Rasarangini Parivita Sharadika Shri Hare Vasalyadi Rasaishcha Sevitatanor Madhurya Seva Sukha Nityam yatra muratsanoti bhavan Dharmama seva prara Shri Goranam Svarupa viditam Rupagajenadritam Rupanyai pariveshitam raghutanayr Asvaditam seditam Jivayai abhirakshitam sukha shiva Brahmani sammanitam Shri Radha parasevanamritam Raja Sumisho Bhavan Aham Mandamatisvati Vakatita Vatam Jagatavana Ghosanim Kripaya Parada Nichayo yata Nashe ankarunanine paramimam Arajamule bhava Savasvava niradika daikana Sanangane ganyata. Well, this is the composition of Guru Maharaj that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he read it, he said, this was why first he asked who wrote this, because he didn't know who had written it. He was reading the proof for the press. It was going into perhaps the Harmonist or to one of the magazines that were being published at that time. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur saw the proof, and the proof means the test, like he saw the text that was going to be included. And he's reading it and said, who wrote this? And someone said, it was Sridhar Maharaj wrote this. And then Srila Saraswati Thakur reading. No, he did not write this. This was written in the pen. It was written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and it came through his pen. And then there's a footnote at the end which says, it's a translator's note, the preceding prayer that we just chanted to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the pioneer of pure devotion in the recent age, was composed within the lifetime of the author's guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Goswami Prabhupada. Upon reading the original Sanskrit verse, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur commented, now I am confident that we have one man who is qualified to uphold the standard of our sampradaya, the divine succession. And this was in the new book. We have a little extra comment there, because this happened just before, in the year, I believe, before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur passed away. So he knows that his manifest pastimes are coming to an end. And let me just find A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Bhaktivinodanam 295. Let me just read the comment that is here. Similar comment, no doubt. Oh no. Oh yeah, upon reading the original Sanskrit verse, just the year before his own passing away, Srila Prabhupada commented, now I am confident that we have one man who is qualified to uphold the standard of our sampradaya, the divine succession. So it's just a year before Srila Saraswati Thakur passed away. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, my goodness, what are we going to do today? It is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Gadadhar Pandit's disappearance day. We've been hearing Srila Gurudev explaining about Gadadhar Pandit and about his deities, worshipful deities, and about Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and about how Bhaktivinoda Thakur's worshipable deities are Gaura, Gadadhar. And we've been hearing Srila Gurudev talking so substantially in 1992 on this subject matter. And we did look for a video with the caption so that everyone can follow, but we were unsuccessful to find a video. There may not be one with captions there. And where was I looking in here? Hare Krishna. So, let us read Okay, well let us read a book from a book by Srila Guru Maharaj today, and this is from Heart and Halo, and it's an excerpt, and the excerpt is in glorification of Garadha Pandit, I do believe, but it's not opening. The best laid plans of mice and men, as we hear. Hare. That's a good question. It seems to be the whole book is given here. This is going to be a challenge, isn't it? So, I'm not on the computer, and on the phone it's very difficult to locate.
Do you want to search on the tablet?
I don't know. Maybe we need to choose something else because the soul and the supreme shelter. Part 1 of the book Heart and Halo, describing service to the Lord who is full of all wonderful qualities. Anyhow, I would be more inclined, seeing as we are unable to open this for some reason. The soul and the supreme shelter, can you find that in Heart and Halo?
Soul and supreme shelter.
Soul and the supreme, perhaps. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Soul and supreme shelter. Oh, part 1. The soul and the supreme shelter.
Okay. I've found it in another source. So, Srila Guru Maharaj is saying in Heart and Halo, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Srila Guru Dev ki Jai, of course. Srila Guru Maharaj is saying, in Gaura Leela, Gadadha Pandit is holding the helm, the rudder of the boat, the helmsman, either the rudder, rudder can be like this or like this. Anyway, the rudder of the boat. So in Gaura Leela, Gadadha Pandit is holding the helm. Everything belongs to him. Still, he has to admit he is dispossessed. I don't have anything. He is dispossessed. That Gauranga has taken everything. He is exhaustively dedicated to Gauranga. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Teho Lakshmi Rupa Tarasama Kehanai, that he represents the main potency of Gauranga, and no one is to be compared with him. Incomparable. This is the conclusion of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj about Sri Garadha. He is Gaura Prema Moy. That is the embodiment of Sri Gauranga's love. So this is all about Gadadha Das represents the halo of Radharani. So Gadadha Das and Gadadha Pandit are two different persons. We heard from Guru Maharaj, from Srila Gurudev a little earlier today, that Gadadha Das, he would be constantly with Nityananda Prabhu, and Gadadha Pandit would be constantly with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Gadadha Das represents the halo of Radharani, but Gadadha Pandit represents her mood, her nature, her heart. It is as if Mahaprabhu has taken away Gadadha Pandit's soul and the body is still standing. That is the position of Gadadhar Pandit. He is quite empty and following Mahaprabhu. He is not full in himself. Something, the most important thing, his heart has been taken by Mahaprabhu. So he has no other alternative but to follow him. He's got my heart. He is wholly given to Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar Pandit's position, the part he played, was something like that of Radharani. Her heart stolen by Krishna, the empty body still standing. Radha Bhava Jyoti Subalitam, Naumi Krishna Swarupam. He was fully engrossed in the conception of Sri Gauranga. Gauranga had taken everything from him, so he had no other alternative. He was fully engrossed, captured and completely by him. He was fully engrossed, captured completely by him. Okay, got the reading right. In Brazil, there's a newsreader who's a devotee and came to Navadip. And she gave very good interviews. This is a long time ago. And she interviewed people by Govinda Kund. And I asked her when I heard that she's a newsreader, how do you read the news and get it right first time? She said, well, we do read it before. Plus, they put their own markers in their lines, their own marker like this, so that when you come to read it, you don't trip up on what you misread before. Like you put in your own mark, where's the break, and then continue. But she was very clear in communication, very clear. Anyway, here we are. We find, so this is, who is speaking? Who's going to say who's speaking? Madhusudan, okay. It's Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is speaking and recorded in Heart and Halo. We find Gadadhar Pandit's activity throughout his whole life was like this. So his activity throughout his whole life was like this. Of the other devotees, some were ordered to go to Vrindavan and some were allowed to go there. But though Gadadhar Pandit wanted to visit Vrindavan with Mahaprabhu himself, he was denied, not allowed. No, you won't go. Oh dear. And when Jagadananda Pandit asked to go there, Mahaprabhu, with hesitation, granted him permission. Yes, go there, but move always under the guidance of Rupa and Sanatan. Mahaprabhu also gave him some special instructions. Do this and that. What? Do this and this. And don't do that. Acha. But Gadadhar Pandit was not allowed to go there, to Vrindavan. He was the representation of Srimati Radharani herself. Yet his peculiar position was such that the Queen of Vrindavan, but now transferred to Navadip. So his position had become just the opposite. He could not enter Vrindavan. He prayed for permission, but Mahaprabhu did not give it. He said, no, stay and live here. And he had to do so. Sri Gadadhar Pandit represents the predominated moiety. And moiety means the other half, when things are inseparable, half like a plus and minus of a magnet or something, they're all together. So this is the meaning of moiety, a word I'd never heard before reading from Guru Maharaj. So the whole with a capital W, W-H-O-L-E, the absolute complete, consists of predominating and predominated moieties, halves. And he represents the predominated half. He is one half of the absolute truth. Hare Krishna. So there is one excerpt today. Hare Krishna. And okay. Any question from anybody? The Gaur-Gadadhar temple in Navadip. Well, when we are on parikrama, the annual parikrama in Navadip, then devotees do go and to have darshan of Gaur-Gadadhar. But his temple, it is actually the Samadhi Mandir of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his worshipable deities, as we heard from Srila Gurudev before, are Gaura Gadadhar. And Gurudev was explaining how it is and how rare it is, how refined it is, how it's the topmost position. And by the way, elsewhere and probably here will explain too that not to be imitated. We will follow the line that's been given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, etc. So not to be imitated, that we're going to pretend something. But this was Bhaktivinoda Thakur's complete heart. So after his passing away, after Bhaktivinoda Thakur's passing away, then his samadhi was made, and it's a beautiful samadhi temple by a huge banyan tree, giving shade and roots going down everywhere. And anyway, given shade there, and that was his bhajan kutir. He actually had two places he stayed quite close to each other. You have to walk down the road and go to the right to the Jalangi River or the Saraswati River. And so he had two places, but there, still in the place where his samadhi is, there is still his room upstairs that he stayed. He also stayed upstairs, quite similar to Srila Guru Maharaj, how Gurudev arranged for Guru Maharaj upstairs. And his original bed, his original desk and some wooden paraphernalia and things, they are still there. And we go in there, and it is a super special place, like going to Guru Maharaj's bhajan kutir, going to Gurudev's bhajan kutir. There is Srila Bhaktivinoda's bhajan kutir. But when we are in the temple room, the Nat Mandir, then, so this is the temple of the Samadhi. So when we're in the Nat Mandir, then there's the gap, and then there's the actual, sweet temple with domes. It's a nice temple for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Samadhi. When we do parikrama, then as we see on the left side wall, there's an alcove. And there are the actual deities that Gadadhar, that Bhaktivinoda Thakur worshipped, of Gaura Gadadhar. And they do arati there. They have a similar arati. I mean, naturally, there's some similar arati. Bhaktivinoda Thakur composed, after all, the arati songs. I think all the arati. Oh, well, no, we are singing some now composed by Guru Maharaj too. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur composed these standard arati songs that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established in the temples. And so we also have wonderful memories of being there. It's quite intimate. You're very close to the deities. They're in the wall, and when we were there, just a few devotees there. On festival days, maybe not quite so intimate in the sense of there's just you and the Lord. But on a regular day, it's quite sweet. And they do the worship there, and part of the parikrama, then when we're going around, giving obeisances going around. And there's also a place there, which is where Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, where they have his sitting place, a place where he would associate, they say, oh, he would sit here with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and they would have their Hari Katha connection, etc. And so it's a very sweet place, and it is between Krishnanagar, the road, I mean, now it may be a real road, but it was a very bumpety-jumpety road. Outside it goes down, small road that goes down to Suvarna. What's the name of the town there? I forget just now. Sarupganj. Goes down to Sarupganj, where is the joining of the Saraswati and the Ganga, and you can see the different colors of the water where they join. And for some reason, the dolphins, there is a special dolphin actually known as the Ganga dolphin. Somebody showed me one day, the wonder of the modern internet. Yeah, they have a long nose, but dolphins do have a long nose. But anyway, there's some special dolphin, like a subspecies, I don't know what they call it, but of dolphin called the Ganga dolphin. But they like to, for some reason, go where the two rivers join, and you see them jumping around. And you see them often when you cross the river. But that is, the junction is Swarupganj, and when we go from our mat, either we walk, which means walk over the bridge and then along through Madhya Deep on the other side of the Ganges to Godruma Deep. So from Kola Deep to Madhya Deep to Godruma Deep, which is deep, means island, the island of, Godruma Deep. And it's where Surabhi also is there. And inside the compound of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Bhajan Kutir, the Samadhi on the left, there is also Surabhi, the cow Surabhi who rescued Markandeya Rishi in the time of the devastation. I mean, all sorts of things. There are all sorts of things there. But when we go from Navadvip, either we walk, but usually we go into the town and then cross on the ferry, the Ghat. And some devotees, they think they're going to Mayapur and they get on the wrong boat and they end up in Swarupganj, wandering around. And then if the Lord is kind, takes them to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's place. And when we have festivals there, then, they hold, today will be a festival. It's Bhaktivinoda Thakur's disappearance day. So there will be a festival there today, attended by representatives from so many mats. And when it was Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance, for instance, then representatives from so many mats, they come to Chaitanya Saraswat mat in honor of Guru Maharaj and come together for prasadam. No, come together for the glorification and the kirtan and everything, and for prasadam. And so there's a festival. So like that, for Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his disappearance, and today, in fact, maybe right now, I lost track exactly what time it is in Navadvip right now, but Navadvip, now it's 12:24. So now will be Arati, depending on how punctual everything is. But this is will be in Godrum Deep, in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's place. But their main program may be in the afternoon, actually, because the different temples, in their own temples, in our temple, will be doing remembrance like we are doing in the morning. And so there'll be some program in individual Gaudiya Math temples. And then in the afternoon, then the there's an afternoon program and they go up and congregate there. And you may have seen some pictures of those gatherings or some video where you can see Bhaktivinoda Thakur's deity, and just on the outside of the deity, on the grill on the right, there's a big sign, and it in English says no photo, no photography. But we ask them, and they say, yes, you take photo, you take video. So we ask them, and I think that's kind of for the public. There's a difference between devotees coming somewhere and like tourist Hindu to snap shots just to say it's a beautiful place. So, and that's kind of fair in a way, but it's kind of sweet because this giant sign that says no photo. So, we want to be good boys and good girls and not take photo if it says it. But we ask them, and then the devotee, oh, no, you take photo, very good. They're happy. So that's why you might have seen, I've seen some very beautiful recordings from when we've been there, and kirtan. Here we have one mridanga, and by the way, the formula given in Chaitanya Charitamrita during Ratha Yatra is, well, we'll have to check it, Ratha Yatra is the day after tomorrow. The formula is one mridanga, 4 cartels. And I think maybe 2 singers, 1 lead singer, and however many responding. But, huh? How many dancers? Yeah, how many dancers? This we can do a little homework. It's going to come up automatically when you read in Chaitanya Charitamrita the Jagannath Ratha Yatra Leela, which Jagannath Ratha Yatra is the day after tomorrow. And maybe we're on the Zoom, or I'm not sure if we're in public, but you can watch the Ratha Yatra live on the TV, but please do not listen to the English. Don't select the English commentary. Select Urdu or Gujarati or anything that you don't understand, because they're not saying in our line. And when you hear some of the things, it's almost like damaging. We don't like to hear wrong things. But if you hear it in another language, you don't understand. But what you can see is that somehow there's some infectious enthusiasm, and you've got to give it to the commentators. They got like 8 hours or 9 hours when they're basically talking continually. So you kind of got to expect there's going to be something which maybe isn't exactly Chaitanya Charitamrita conception of the thing. But the enthusiasm, this comes out, and you can hear all the sounds and everything else. And anyway, that's the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is Gundicha Marjanam. So this is really a day-by-day festival series. Today with Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gadadhar Pandit's disappearance. Tomorrow with Gundicha Marjanam. Oh, Gaur Gadadhar. Oh, there's another thing with big sign outside. It says donation. Oh, always good to have a sign that says donation. Jai Shishi Gaur Gadadhar Ki Jai. Well, it's a bit of a dark photo. Maybe, I don't know if it goes lighter, but. I mean, these are the deities. We can't see them, but even here, by mystic digital way, they can see us maybe. We should turn on our camera so they can see us at the same time. This is Gaur Gadadhar in the side of the temple. But not like on the side and just like disrespected. They're honored, I mean, nicely. The puja and everyone who's going there, they're giving their shashtanga, full obeisances, and very sweet. And this is one of the special places, I mean, very special places that we go to. Many places, then we are getting some Leela pastimes and things, and we can kind of think, oh, this took place here. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur's pastimes are quite recent, and we can relate to the worship of the deity, the place, the location, where he was doing his bhajan, where he was on the roof, and his next door neighbor saying, yes, when I was young, we lived next door to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, And in the morning, early in the morning, he'd be on the roof chanting his japa, calling to Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, as though calling someone. And that's all taking place there, and we can kind of relate to it because it was recent. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he passed away in 1914. Exactly, I was thinking the same thing. 1914, I'm pretty sure, he passed away. So, my grandmother was 30 years old. Or no, 20. Anyway, she was a little bit old. She was a teenager in the 1890s, so yeah, must have been 25 anyway. So somehow in our own family tree we can think, oh yes, it is recent.
My dad was
-6 at that point. -6. Hare Krishna.
2 mridangas, Maharaj, in each party.
2 mridangas in each party, and how many kartals?
Doesn't mention.
Oh, it does. You're
Not where I am, but
There is and it's also not necessarily every Sankirtan party had the same formula, but anyway.
Well, here it says the 7 parties each had 2 mridangas, 14 mridangas in total.
Okay, and
But
the cartels.
no, I haven't found
And
it.
is that where it lists who was the dancer in each?
Well, anyway.
Somewhere it is, and I think Haridas Thakur was one of the dancers, I think. Anyway, we shouldn't just think, we'll read it and it'll be coming up in the next day or two. And so, anyway, Hare Krishna. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given us everything, like we hear from Gurudev. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given us everything in his kirtans, in the songs that he's composed. Hare Krishna. Anyway, today is a day for listening with your microphones, with your headphones or your loudspeakers. It's a day for listening to lots of things whenever you get the opportunity, and for reading things, and you can read the whole of Sharanagati, really the first book that Guru Maharaj gave to Gurudev, and tick-marked 32 songs. Tick-marked. Gurudev said, tick-marked, put a tick. So learn these within 7 days. That's Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Huh? Or you're looking for the cartels, right?
No, well, I'm just looking in general at
The festival.
yeah. Here in the text, it says there were altogether 4 parties of kirtan performance comprising 24 chanters. In each party, there were also 2 mridanga players, making an additional 8 persons. When the 4 parties were formed, Mahaprabhu, after some consideration, divided the chanters. Okay. Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Haridas Thakur and Brakeshwara Pandit to dance in each of the 4 respective
So who were
parties.
they again, please? The dance-
Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Haridas Thakur and Brakeshwara Pandit.
Jai.
Swarup Damodar was chosen as the leader of the first party, was given 5 assistants to respond to his chanting.
Uh-huh.
Those 5 who responded to the singing of Swarup Damodar were Damodar Pandit, Narayan, Govinda Datta, Raghava Pandit and Sri Govindananda. Advaita Acharya was ordered to dance in the first group. Anyway, Maharaj, I'm going on a tangent. So sorry, I didn't mean to take over.
And Puri, we were in Puri at a non-festival time earlier this year, January, February this year. It's a non-festival time, and it was pretty packed. You've got to say, there were lots of pilgrims there. So now it is festival time, and you can just guess how many people are there, and the crowds and the queues and everything else. Really, and usually hot. Humility, honor and tolerance. But usually hot, temperature-wise hot. And anyway, the build-up and all the preparation, they'll be putting the cloth over the carts, because they put the cloth a little later because storms can come in Puri, so you don't want to have the cloth in a storm, that would be a bit of a disaster. So you get the frame, you get everything. They're getting everything ready, but then by now it's going to be looking like it's getting ready, because of course you put the skin on the body, it looks different when it has no skin. So anyway, and sometimes, and we have seen from the first day, which is maybe Vasanta Panchami, maybe the first day when they start, they do some formalities to begin the making of the cart, and every year the carts are made made by hand from particular trees cut down in a certain way, brought there, and not by crane. Maybe they came by crane on a truck, I don't know, but from where they were, they're taken by people carrying them, with people each side with some, I think, cloth. I don't know, it must be ropes. So you get these strong guys, and maybe 8 one side, 8 one side at the front, 8 one side, 8 one side at the back. A bit like a big truck, but they're people. And they take the big logs down to the side of the road, and then they, from generation to generation, they're learning how to make the carts with the traditional chisel and hammer and not much else. And we've seen those taking shape, the wheels taking shape.
Okay, Maharaj. When the Sankirtan resounded, it filled the 3 worlds. Indeed, no one could hear any sounds or musical instruments other than the Sankirtan.
Of course.
Which means you have to chant louder than you play the mridanga or kartals.
Yes.
Right, and sometimes when our dear devotees are responding, they're responding like mice, meant to be enthusiastic and loudly responding, and oh no, someone else is leading. We should be joining in like very happily. So be a good responder. Is a responder an electrical part of an instrument?
yeah, I think so.
Is it a responder?
Works
Huh?
both ways.
Works both ways.
Transponder, maybe.
Transponder, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu arranged everything, and then after separating up the parties, he danced in the middle of each party. Each party thought they're dancing only with us. Oh, we are so favored. Many wonderful things that took place. So this is all...
Exactly what it says here. You were just...
This is all coming up very soon. And wherever we are, we'll all be a little bit focused, or quite focused, probably on Puri. Do find where it's being broadcast and do have the screen, but as I say, don't have the English commentary. The English commentary is our Chaitanya Charitamrita. Their commentary, not so good. But, I mean, it disturbed Gurudev, then why we will listen to something which disturb Gurudev? Because they're telling all sorts of things. I'm being very selfish. I have Gaur Gadadhar right here in front of me. Okay, yes. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Garadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath. Shri Diva Gopala Bhakta Jasa Raghunath. Listen to to his cocktails. H.I. Gosai Puricharana Vandana. H.I. Gosai Puricharana Jahoite Vignana Shavishta Purana. H.I. Gosai Jam Muritarada. Tasavara Paravenu Mora Panchana Charan Sede Bhakta Saneva Janane Janame Mora Abhila Jai Gosai Jave Brache Koilava Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Radha Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindava Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindava Shri Guru Vaishnava Kare Bhajai Rama Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Koriya Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narottamada Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Radhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Bol Jai Sakarika Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar Shri Giriraj Radha Girirhari Ju Ki Jai and Jai Shri Shri Gaura Gadadha ki Jai, and Jai Shri Navadip Saparika Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ju ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Shri Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai, and Jai Shri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai, Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinoda Thakur ki Jai, Jai Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai, Jai Shri Garadha Pandit ki Jai, Shri Garadha Das ki Jai, Shri Purushottam Dham ki Jai, Jai Shri Tota Gopinath ki Jai, and Jai Shri Chatak Pavat ki Jai, and Shri Purushottam Mat, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's mattress there ki Jai, and Shri Samudra ki Jai, and Jai Shri Nithai Chaitanya Dev ki Jai, Shri Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Ju ki Jai, preparing for Gundicha Marjana ki Jai, preparing for Jagannath Rath Yatra ki Jai, Jai Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, all the assembled devotees ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai, Tulsi Devi ki Jai, Bhakti Devi ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya SCSMath West London ki Jai, and Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol, Hare